All right, man. So, rumors out there linking the Detroit Lions to the cornerback, free agent cornerback Stephon Gilmore. A lot of people are of the belief that the Lions gonna go after Snead, Lattimore, Carlton Davis. Some people don't trust Brad Holmes to go out there and effectively execute for a lockdown corner. Some people believe that Cam Sutton is a good number 2 corner. They just need a true lockdown corner. But let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase the chance get notifications. We go live and drop video. Now, Gilmore is just a win now player. I mean, 33 years old, don't know when he turned 34. So pretty much, I mean, you just can't say, well, I'm going to slide Gilmore in and I'm going to depend on him. I don't feel like you can slide Snead in and be like, well, I could depend on him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you can slide in Carlton Davis, Marshawn Lattimore, no matter who the best corner in the game, Sauce, Stingley, Patrick Surtain. And my thing about this is, before I get into Gilmore, is like I can just put Mike Evans, I could just put Tyreek Hill in the slot or on the other side and challenge Cam Sutton. Most defenses are not allowing the main corner to travel with the number 1 guy because a lot of them is running zone, or a lot of these guys are running schemes that you trust in the scheme. So I need good corners on both sides. And the Lions really need good corners on both sides, So, but when talking about Gilmore, you get a veteran guy like that, Xavier Howard. I think he's a little bit older than the 3 that they could be trading for in Davis, Lattimore, and Snead. Once you kind of go in that veteran 30-year range, 30-year-old age range, I mean, you need a lockdown corner. I mean, you need another corner to help. So, I'm in the opinion Gilmore is cool. I think his little brother still maybe on the team. I know they moved on from Jerry Jacobs, basically. They moved on from Chase Lucas, which I never seen why they had any hope for him. So at this point, getting Gilmore, that's just not going to fix the cornerback. I mean, you still have to go in the draft and get a corner. So that's the thing about it, in my opinion. So you still have to go out there, draft a corner, and then see where it goes, in my humble opinion. So, but nonetheless, I don't have an issue with getting Stephon Gilmore. As long as you go out there and, get a Snead or draft a younger corner that can come in and compete with Cam Sutton. That's just my belief. But Gilmore be straight. But I think in a lot of people's mind, that's the SOL thing to do. Not go out there and get a true number 1 corner. You go out there and get a has-been, get a washed-up guy to be in the vein of bringing Chris Webber back to Detroit, to be in the vein of who else? Getting an older Adrian Peterson. That's kind of been the thing about Detroit sports. Their definition of big free agent, guy is definitely like Golden Tate is probably the best free agent between the Lions and the Pistons in quite some time. So going out there and landing, the corner that you need, like, via trade or free agency. Most of the great things, the Wings had some great free agency, especially when it wasn't a salary cap. But especially, just, your definition of going out there and getting that guy. The Lions, if you were betting man, you're better off betting that they'll go out there and find a corner who can be that guy before they go out there and trade and somehow acquire a guy to be that guy. So, I think the expectation, if we being honest, is for them to probably draft a guy, and if they're going to acquire a guy outside the draft, be a trade or free agent, it's probably going to be a rundown guy like Stephon Gilmore, who on the way down. That's what history has told us about Detroit sports. Usually the Wings and the Lions and the Pistons. When they go out there and get a big name, you know what I'm saying, or it's usually a guy that's on the downslope, Allen Iverson or something like that. It's usually somebody on the downslope of their career that's not even just coming off his climax, pause, but on the downslope. So Gilmore would fit that profile, in my opinion. Them going out there and trading for Davis, guy in his prime, trading for Snead, Lattimore in his prime, or somebody else like that. I think the expectation that we being real, they're probably gonna draft one. and they probably think that's going to fix it. Them going out there and probably the second expectation is probably a Gilmore, Xavier Howard, a cheap guy, that come here to win, older guy, probably, downslope of their career, and I think, if you being honest, those people don't believe you can go out there to Snead, a Davis, a Lattimore, or a top corner like that. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. I think in the the end of the season wrap-up press conference, he pretty much sounded like they wasn't going to commit a lot of money to bringing in a free agent. That's kind of what it sounded like to me. They're not going to get reckless. He ain't spent years clearing his cap, in my opinion, just to get reckless. So I understand it. They spent, time clearing this cap up. They spent time clearing this cap up, from Patricia and everything he done undid and trading guys and messing up the cap because he was a social hermit. So I think the expectation is bare minimum. They're going to try to draft and say, well, we draft a corner and we're going to run with Cam and them guys again. I think what I would do, I explore the trade market. And if I couldn't get a Snead, a Davis, or, a Lattimore, or another corner, what I would do is maybe I would just look at the market, see what Stephon did, get the best corner in the draft, and I let them duke it out. But when you talking about, going with veteran guys, like over 30 and over at the cornerback position, you can't just say, well, he's our guy, and you're going to be in the same predicament next year. You're going to slide Cam Johnson. Gilmore, somebody going to get hurt. You're going to have Cam as your number one corner. And then you still got Vitor, the other Gilmore kid, or whatever. Nah. You got to make sure you lock this position up. And I think a veteran signing or trade and drafting somebody young that you could develop. Doesn't necessarily mean you got to be day one, day two guy. Or somebody that you can really develop. I know you're looking at the kid from the CFL, but I have no issue with Gilmore. He just can't be the signing that only major signing or you acquire in a cornerback room. That's just at this point that's not good enough. And I feel the same way. Even if you got Snead, Lattimore, Davis, I feel the exact same way because I just think you have to add additional people in that room. You cannot just say, I'm happy with Cam Sutton to be the number 2 corner. He was that bad last year. No. I think you got to put more than one resource. So that's my opinion. I have no issue with Gilmore. It just can't be the only move. But hey, at the cornerback spot. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out Detroit Lions top playlist. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love. Support Facebook as well too. Peace.